Here's how you make some epic hot dog buns, even if you've never made hot dog buns before. Got a cup of warm water. It's warm, doesn't burn me. A quarter cup of sugar, tablespoon of active dry yeast. I'm going to absolutely love that sugar. Recipe calls for all-purpose or bread flour. Difference between all-purpose and bread flour is our little friend protein. Bread flour has a higher protein, which makes it a little bit chewier. If you want to use all-purpose though, that works just great. Recipe calls for 4 cups, but since I am scooping out of a compressed container, I am starting with 3.5 cups. Teaspoon salt to 10 stirs. And sometimes I like to go in an S shape just to be special. Quarter cup of melted butter into the flour. Let it cool off for a little bit. There are 3 ways to check whether or not your yeast is alive and kicking. 1, if it's foamy like this. If it's not foamy like that, sniff it. Does it smell like beer? Awesome. 3rd way is you'll see a lot of movement, like literally particles moving up and down even as it's sitting by itself. If it's doing that, you are golden. Mix in an egg, give it a stir. Mix city, population us. 10 big stirs. Kind of looks like when you mix drinks at a July 4th party. Now we're gonna do 10 spatulettes, which is a scoop, punch. Scoop, punch. Shake it dough. Oh, natural segue, check. Don't worry, it's not scary, you can do this. Palms out, onto the dough, lean forward, pull the dough back, twist it, do it again. And if you need to, hungry, hungry hippo, any of the loose bits and bobs. 20 needs, 40 needs, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140. Soft, supple, doesn't stick. Bread flour tends to be a tiny bit more flexible, a little bit stiffer from all-purpose. Don't worry, you didn't do anything wrong. Always throw in an extra 20 needs and you're good to go. Into a bowl, cover, leave somewhere warm, which is everywhere in the United States. See you in an hour. Big groove. Very satisfying moment. Coax her out of her home. Doesn't really stick to anything because it's a little bit greased up. So don't worry about flouring. Now we're gonna add some shape to these beauties. We flatten, close, take your finger on the far side, pull it over, and then push, kind of push down and back. If you screw up, don't worry. Fold it over, press it flat-ish. Your fingers go underneath, pull it over, push it down, and pull with your fingers. So just pinch it. Roll it on top of the seam. If you need to, you can give it a little tiny push. You've got your shape. If you love the pull apart vibe after you've baked something, have them this close on a pan. Bake individually and not touch. Maybe 2 pans and have each dough about 3 inches apart. Dramatic reveal. Kick on your oven to 375. Usually we would cover these with an egg wash, which is 1 egg mixed with a little bit of water. Can't be arsed to crack an egg right now. I'm gonna take some milk. It's the same, great substitute if you don't want to use an egg. Up to temperature, this is gonna go in for 15 minutes.
Good luck, friends.
Right, definitely should have set them up parallel. Delicious. All you have to do is find a triangular hot dog.